My question is, what are you doing on a meeting with James O'Keefe? What type of cybersecurity operation are you guys running over there?
We're running a good cybersecurity operation.
Well, obviously not. We're here in Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital, with an individual who works at the White House Office of Cybersecurity Office. He's covering his face, everyone. He's covering his face. Hi, I'm James O'Keefe. It's Jim O'Keefe in disguise. It's James O'Keefe, the journalist. You can buy these cameras at omgundercover.com. We got cameras in watches, we got cameras in glasses, we got cameras in keys, we got cameras in cups. We have a camera here, we have a camera here, we have a camera on you right now. Disguise, not disguised. Disguised, not disguised. Support our work, buy our cameras, omgundercover.com. He laughed. One question I have for you is, have you ever heard of James O'Keefe?
Videoing us.
Have you ever heard of James O'Keefe?
Is that a painter?
James O'Keefe?
No.
The investigative reporter?
No.
So you work in cybersecurity for the White House.
I focus on cybersecurity and technically cyber intelligence. But no, I'm not a spy.
My question is, what are you doing on a meeting with James O'Keefe? So I'm an undercover investigative reporter.
Okay.
My name is James O'Keefe.
Yeah.
I'm doing an investigation.
But you didn't ever declare that you with who you were with. Why are you doing an undercover investigation? You didn't even know who I am.
Because you work for the White House.
Yeah. So.
In the Office of Cybersecurity.
Yeah.
And how do you think it looks to the American people that working in the Office of Cybersecurity, you're sitting across the table with James O'Keefe?
Okay.
Founder of Project Veritas.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we do undercover investigations into people.
Right.
What does it look like to the American people that the cybersecurity specialist at the White House is sitting across from the founder of Project Veritas? What type of cybersecurity operation are you guys running over there?
We're running a good cybersecurity operation.
Well, obviously not, because you're meeting with me. Did you not do your research? I mean,
I didn't have your last name. I just had James, and that was your name.
I literally posted my photo on Tinder. How did you not recognize this? I mean, you work in security. You're responsible for protecting the networks of the security infrastructure, as you said. So when you say it's like security, like you're protecting
the networks of the federal agencies
that
you give all your information to.
That through commerce or
everyone, yeah.
So you're protecting the networks.
Yes.
And you're literally meeting with the guy who literally is undercover. What is this clown show you guys running over at the White House?
It's not a clown show. We're doing really great work on behalf of the American people.
If this is the cybersecurity that you guys are running, how can the American people trust that you're going to keep their information secure?
The president is dedicated to keeping the American public's data and information secure. We have the Executive Order 14028. We're working with federal agencies across the government to implement all of these security protocols, which have never been done before. This is a great step forward in cybersecurity.
But you work in cybersecurity,
yeah,
and you're on
but I don't know who you
Tinder.
are. That's fine. Yeah.
You know, Project Veritas is.
I've heard of it, yes.
Yeah. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good that you're out there talking about Biden, talking about the White House.
I mean, all of this is my personal opinion. I don't know anything for real. I'm not a political appointee.
Well, do you in fact work for cybersecurity?
Yes.
Do you in fact work with the White House?
Yes.
Okay, so that's real. So it doesn't look good. I mean, what do you think Joe Biden and his staff are going to say? What do you think they're going to think when they hear that someone such as yourself, and you said that you are not a very low-level person, so you're pretty high up in the government.
Yeah, I'm fairly high up. I mean, I'm a career employee, but I'm not a political appointee. I'm not a manager.
I understand.
I am not a senior level.
What do you think people are going to say there when they find out that you're out there blabbing in a restaurant about the president, Kamala Harris?
But he's definitely slowing down. These are my personal opinions. I'm entitled to my own personal opinions.
You absolutely are. You 100% are.
And that's all I was sharing with you. I've had a meeting with Michelle Obama.
They say it privately?
When they play each other I'm just telling you what I've heard.
And the American people will hear those opinions.
Why did the American people hear what I'm thinking?
Because the American people have a right to know what happens in their government.
They do. I agree with you. Yes.
They have a right to know, as you said, what happens in their government.
I'm just telling you what I've heard.
And why they won't remove Kamala Harris.
Probably. And same thing with
why
Kamala
not?
Harris. Is she's not popular, but you can't remove the first black lady to be vice president from the goddamn presidential ticket. Like, what kind of message are you going to send to, like, all the African American voters? I don't know that. I'm guessing. I have no idea. I don't have any official word. This is water cooler rumor mill chat like every.
And how could that get? Okay.
Thanks for saying.
We're here in Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital, with an individual who works at the White House Office of Cybersecurity, and he's running away from me because he's been caught on a hidden camera here. How can they trust the Biden administration with security? This is a clown show. Cybersecurity office. He's covering his face, everyone. He's covering his face. The question for the American people want to know is, how can we trust the Biden administration and the federal government, for that matter, with securing networks, which is your job, when you're literally in a meeting with James O'Keefe? You're not a dumb guy. You go to the Kennedy School. You went to Georgetown.
Are you familiar with the Kennedy School at all?
Harvard? What about it?
Yes, I'm in the executive education program there. I essentially started at Georgetown, and I applied at State. I went to Georgetown for my master's.
You're not a very low-level employee. What are you doing?
What are you doing here today?
Are you texting Biden for your boss? As he was happy to discuss all of his opinions, all of these facts regarding his job, regarding the election, regarding Joe Biden, but rendered mute here in the nation's capital, not willing to say another word after being told that he was on a meeting with James O'Keefe, talking about protecting the nation's network security, talking about Kamala Harris, talking about Joe Biden's cognitive abilities, and now he's furiously texting somebody. Not sure who he's texting. All right, well, good luck to you, sir. We'll be publishing your video online, and I hope our government is more competent than what I've seen here today. Unbelievable. You can't make this shit up. You know, the undercover journalism that you've come to love at O'Keefe Media Group, exposing things the public needs to know, is not only risky, very controversial, it's also really expensive. You have to make payroll, hire journalists, pay lawyers. We're super blessed to have folks that will step up and back us financially, who actually have the backbone to support our mission. One of those groups who has the balls to be in the trenches with us is the Wellness Company. The Wellness Company is with us all the way, and I'm so fortunate to have gotten to know them. And let me tell you why you need to know them. I travel all the time. I'm on an airplane 3 weeks out of the month. I'm actually working through a cold as I speak. That's why my voice is raspy. You do not want to get caught unexpectedly without meds when you're traveling. And right now I'm taking ivermectin for my cold, and it's working. So this kit at the Wellness Company includes 8 life-saving medications: amoxicillin, Z-Pak, as I mentioned, ivermectin if you keep on hand, along with a guidebook for safe use, from tick bites to COVID to extreme bioterror events. Wellness Company has every scenario covered in its emergency kit. Save 15% on your purchase today. Grab a pen, write this down: twc.health/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. Grab your medical emergency kit right now. Code OMG saves you 15% at checkout.